Hello, YouTube. You already know who it is. It is Shanice, and I'm coming back with another video to encourage and to inspire and to motivate you guys and give you guys a little encouragement. You know, everybody need a little pick me up. But before I get started, I want you to subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell so you can know when I go live or have uploaded a video. Also, share this video. Why? Sharing is caring, right? Sharing is caring. We all need a little encouragement. We all need a little pat on the back every here and now, right? But I just came to this is more not even a bit of encouragement, but just to do some, to challenge you to do some inner work within yourself. You know, we always say like, I want a husband. I just want to be happy. I want somebody that make me happy. But little do we know that we are the only ones that can make ourselves happy. We walk around, we try to have jobs, we try to have men, we try to have friends to fill us up and to make us feel important. When the truth of the matter is, if you don't love yourself, if you don't like yourself, you will never be happy. If you're the type of negative Nancy that's always looking around your house and always looking around people and trying to say, oh, well, that irritated me today, so I'm done for today. They didn't make me mad, so now I'm finna have a bad day. My kids acting crazy. My husband acting crazy. But have you ever turned the finger around on you and said, what's wrong with me? That everything irritates me. That everything makes me upset. That everything works my nerves. What is it in yourself that everything makes you mad? Everybody gets on your nerves, and you haven't did the internal work to see what's wrong with you. You got to have a man in your life every time you turn around. You worried about if you had your hair done, your nails done, and video went out. You know, we sit around here and we make our jobs, or we make people to make us happy, or food to make us happy. I'm back again. And we try to make food make us happy. We try to go find different jobs because we're not happy at this job. This season is too difficult at this job. So now I can leave at this job, but you end up going to the next job and end up encountering the same type of experience you had at that last job, because it wasn't the job, it was you. So today I want to talk about the power of knowing who you are, and the power of knowing your love language, the power of knowing who you are within every and loving everything about you. I did a video on Monday and it was talking about the power of love. If you don't love yourself, it's impossible for you to give the same love to another person. If you don't love yourself, if you don't love, you want to love your kids with you say, I love my kids with all my might, but you always speaking word curses over them. You always disrespecting them. You feel like because that's your child, it's okay for you to talk to them crazy. So now you got this kid and you want to give them, you want to show them the love that they need. You want to give them the attention that you need, but you don't know how because you don't love yourself. Go back and watch that video. And in my testimony on my love language, I was with a guy that I was with, majority of my whole life. He was very abusive. Closing of our relationship, he was starting to get better, but it just wasn't cutting it for me no more. It just was an ungodly relationship. And he said to me, what makes you happy? And that question caught me off guard because I never felt that he cared about what made me happy. So that question that he asked me, it really caught me off guard for him to ask me what makes you happy. So when he said that, I was like, you know what made me happy? And the sad part it was, I didn't even know what made me happy. Why? Because I didn't know who I was. I didn't know my purpose, and I didn't love myself. I always found I always found things that was wrong with me. He always found things that was wrong with me. So I felt like I was a hot mess. So I didn't love myself. And I didn't know what I liked it. I didn't know what made me happy. I did not know why, because I never took the time to figure myself out. I wanted a job. I wanted food. I wanted a man to make me happy. I needed a man to validate me. And I wanted a man to fill that void that I was missing from my father. I wanted food to fill that void of me missing of this mate that I was with that wasn't making me happy. I wanted kids to fill that void of love that I never experienced. So I kept on trying to fill this void that only God himself can fill. I kept on trying to pick things out of this is why I'm not happy, or that's why I'm not happy. But the truth of the matter was I wasn't happy with myself. So I want to ask you ask God, God bless me with a husband. God bless me. I feel like I'm ready. And you wonder why you don't have a husband yet, because you're praying for something that you're not prepared for. You're not prepared for a husband. You're not prepared for a person to hold a man's heart in his hand. He's not going to let you damage his king. You can either help your husband or kill your husband. And right now, you'll be an assassination to his purpose. Can I keep it 1,000? That was me. That was me. So you praying for a husband and you saying you want a husband, but God said, I'm not going to give you this husband because I need you to go back and evaluate yourself. I need you to go back to that pain and I need you to heal. When I first got this book, it was called Position Yourself to Be a Wife by Shamika Dean. Powerful, powerful book. And she said a lot of women, they pray for a husband because they're not really ready, or when they get a husband or they get a good man, they chase him away because of the way that they are. You was raised by a narcissist woman, so now you got traits of a narcissist man or a narcissist woman, but you asking for something that you're not prepared for. And she said that she had to go back and she had to trace her childhood and that hurt and that pain and the emotions that she had developed that she was taking in every relationship. And some of y'all today that's watching this video, you're sitting here and you asking God for a husband, but you still holding on to what Lil Ron did to you. You haven't completely healed from what your daddy did to you. You haven't completely healed from not having a father. And God said, God is thinking, well, if I gave her a husband and she haven't filled herself, she haven't found out who she was, she's going to make him an idol, and his likes going to become her likes, and his wants going to become her wants, and his purpose going to become her purpose, and I need her for something else right now. I need her for something else, and that was me. I was putting off a relationship. I kept on trying to feed this relationship something that I could not feed it. I could not love him like he needed to be loved. Why? Because I did not love myself. I didn't know who I was. When he called me off guard when he asked me, what do I like? I couldn't answer because I didn't know what I liked. You say you want a husband, but you don't even know your love language. And that's important. Because if you don't know your love language, if you don't know who you are, then what are you going to be expecting from a husband? You praying for a husband. God has blessed me with a husband. Okay. You want him to bless you with a husband. Do you want him to be godly? So you just want somebody that's going to abuse you? You just want somebody with a vision but don't have no determination? I mean, what are your qualities of a man? And the reason why you don't know your qualities of a man because you don't know yourself. For example, me on my journey of finding myself, I learned that I like to pamper myself. I like spa days. I like to get my toes done. I like to get massages. I like good food. I like quality time to walk on a beach. I like just quiet. I like for you just to hold my hand and tell me I look beautiful. Go out and buy me presents. I didn't know that at first. Why? Because I took time out to find out who I was and what I needed, and I started loving on me. I started loving on my damaged parts. That I felt that was a damage, that I felt that was a disadvantage. When God was saying, no, I need the area that you don't like, I need for you to help other women to overcome. I was ashamed that I was in an abusive relationship. And God was said, no, I need you to keep these life experiences to carry on and to minister to other women. Let them know they can get out that situation. They don't deserve it. But if you don't know what you like, if you don't know your love language, how are you going to be able to deal with the person how are you going to be able, if God today was to bless you with a husband, how are you going to be able to receive him? You don't even know that you have narcissists, I know I'm saying it wrong, traits. You don't even know that you're controlling. You're manipulative. You don't even understand that you're like that. You wonder why all these men keep running away from you because you messed up and you need some help. And you don't trust people. The minute you get a man that's trying to that's kind of good, when kind of ain't good enough, but he's trustworthy, you run him away because you messed up from what Lil Ron did, and you thinking that he's just like the next person. When that's not even the case. See, you haven't even put yourself in position. When you look at Esther, Esther had put herself in position. Not Esther, I'm sorry, Ruth. Ruth had put herself in position. How? Because Ruth was humble. She was serving. She was submissive. And she was willing to learn. How do I know she was submissive? Because she went and worked while her mother-in-law stayed at home. How did I know that she was serving? She went in the field and she got barley for her mother-in-law, and her husband was deceased. But she put herself in position to find her Boaz. You talking about you want a husband? Well, you don't even want to go get no man a cup of water. You too good for that. You better go get your own water. What? But you praying for a husband. You keep on attracting these same type of people because you haven't healed properly. You attract who you are, not who you pretend to be. And the reason why I kept on attracting abusive men, because I was abusive. I had narcissistic traits, controlling, to manipulative, just to get my way, and I would manipulate them and have make them feel bad because I didn't do something I wanted. Come on now. But had I not took this time out to find out myself, I would never known I had these traits. The power of knowing your love language. You probably saying, what is love language? Love language is the way that you love. And the first one is words of affirmation. Another one is acts of service, which means when you see a person, they say your actions speak louder than words. You say you're going to do something, but you never do it. And the reason that I'm going to hurry up and get up off it because my phone keep cutting off. But the second one is acts of service. And you know how you hear people say actions speak louder than words, because they're the type of people that like for you to do things for them. You say you're gonna do it, but you never do it. So now they like, well, I'm not finna trust them because they said they gonna do it, but they actually say something different. Their love language is acts of service, receiving gifts. You like to be surprised at work. That's me. I like to be surprise me with something. Surprise me with some edibles. Surprise me with a pop. Surprise me with something. Physical touch. You like for your husband or your boyfriend to touch you. You're very affectionate. You like to lay up. Quality time. Find out what you like. Because when you find out what you like, you're going to know what you want. But if you don't know what you like, if you don't know who you are, how you going to know what you want? I hope this helped you guys today. Start loving on yourself so you can be able to love on other people. And start loving yourself so you can start loving on your kids the proper way. Start being sensitive. Start being compassionate for other people. Start being compassionate to how other people feel. Start walking a life of how Jesus. When we look at Jesus, he came on earth and he washed people's feet. He knew a woman whole life and knew how many husbands she had. But he didn't judge her. But we always on the phone judging the next person. Judging our siblings. Because they struggle in an area that you have overcame. Instead of talking about them, help them in that area. Start showing compassion. Start showing love the way that God wants you to. That's something I'm working on. It's a daily struggle because I'm used to walking in hate. I'm not used to walking in love. But with a man named Jesus, he will show you. He will show you how to love on other people. I love you guys. Stay encouraged, stay inspired, and start loving on you. Start